The Powerpuff Girls. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about the Powerpuff Girls and the art and how the Powerpuff Girls are drawn. Today we're going to be looking at some model sheets from the official Powerpuff Girls series. Okay, so Powerpuff Girls is a very iconic Cartoon Network cartoon. It came out a long time ago, and it has a very dedicated fan base. And it's a very well known franchise. Until this day, it still has a massive following. These characters, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup, they are like, wait a minute, sorry. Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup are in the cute market. So there's a lot of people that like the Powerful Girls. And I think it's mainly like it appeals to like a lot of people, but a lot of females like the Powerful Girls too, due to how due to how cute they are. But Powerful Girls is for everyone. Okay, so let's get started with looking at some model sheet art of the Powerful Girls. Okay, so first let's look at Blossom's model sheets first. I'm gonna go over Blossom's model sheets. Okay, so let's look at those first. Okay, so here we have Blossom in several different poses, and she's in different directions. And it's thick, like the line art is very thick and clean, though, it's real clean. So it looks like it was just, well, it looked like it could have been scanned. But the art, the character art is pretty clean and stuff, and it's very, very good. It's very like interesting to look at. Okay, so Blossom from the back. Okay, so Blossom from the back, right? Various different types of shapes we're dealing with. So notice how her bow kind of stays the same shape, and then like when it's turned a different way, it looks like the bow is kind of short on one part, short on one end. Blossom's head is round like a circle, like her other sisters. And you got a rectangle body, and then like the hands are kind of, well, it's like a hump, right? The hands are humps that is connected to the body. Interesting. And the shoes is like, say if you have a U, right? And then like you draw a U, but not a complete U. It kind of looks similar to that. I'm just pointing out some similarities to what her body, the way it's drawn, how parts of her body looks like certain things. And her eyes are circles too. They're like half circles, and her mouth is a U. Yeah, it's a smile, but it's kind of like a U shape. Okay, so here's Blossom with bowls. Blossom in different poses, and they're very expressive. Like the Blossom to the left looks like she's yelling. Yeah, trying to, like, Blossom looks like she's speaking loudly and looking above, probably trying to talk to one of her sisters. I can't interpret it, by the way it's drawn. And then there's Blossom sitting down in the middle with a smile on her face. Her shoes now, her feet, they look like ovals. So her feet is a shape too. Like each time when people design characters, cartoon characters, most of the time, like simple cartoon characters, they are made of shapes. It's a stylizing choice, you know. And cartoonists, they go to art school and they are taught various different types of ways to draw. And then once they develop the skill and learn those different areas of art, they go on to create something by using like by stylizing and stuff. Stylization isn't easy. It's not an easy process. If you're going for something like animation or something like that, well, it's not necessary that you get like go to school for it most of the time because there's a lot of indie animation. But for the most part, if you want to expand and learn some other different types of art techniques, is it's a good idea to get an art school. But cartoonists are learned and taught to draw by using shapes too. And as you can see, Powerpuff Girls character designs, they are made of shapes. Let's look at this model sheet of Blossom with Blossom sketches on it. Okay, so there's various different sketches on this drawing. Some has good line art, you know, good lines and stuff. I say, excuse me. This drawing has various different drawings for Blossom, right? And so the sketches has like, I mean, it's sketched like of the each drawing of Blossom has different types of line width. These are some clean pen sketches or sketches. They're pretty clean, but some are real light that you can really see them. And I've noticed in each drawing that Blossom is in on this page, it has various different expressions. So there's Blossom smiling, then you see her looking surprised. She's mad, and then she's happy, and then she's flying, and then she's surprised. It just shows Blossom emotion. And she is a very expressive character. This whole page demonstrates Blossom coming to life without having her animated. And these artists are very good at what they do when they work on these series. Because when it comes to being like a storyboard artist and like a person who works on the show in general, they have to like be very good at drawing like different types of emotions and like movements and all that stuff. They gotta be very good at it. There's more to art than drawing a character. You have to like know various different types of techniques when it comes to animation. So this whole drawing of Blossom demonstrates her character. It shows off her character and brings her to life without her being inside of animation. So you can just look at this character, and right off the back, you can tell what this character is like just by looking at these drawings. So this is very, very, very appealing. Now let's talk about Buttercup. We're gonna be looking at some art of Buttercup, and she's my favorite character in the Powerpuff Girls because I like how tough she is, and she loves to action. She loves to fight too. Buttercup is a tomboy, and I just love how feisty she is. Let's talk about these sketches of Buttercup. Various different sketches. Okay, so the pen line work is very good. The lines are a lot light in a few drawings, but you can still see Buttercup. And the drawing as a whole shows off what Buttercup personality is like too. It shows her being like serious and stuff. You see those action eyes Buttercup has, like those little mean eyes. She is very, very. She is an interesting character. Like Buttercup is just. Buttercup is amazing. Yeah, so basically, I can't tell what Buttercup character is like just by looking at it, because you can see here that she's smiling right there, and then like she's in a lot of serious action poses. And she's tough, you know. She always have those angry eyes with this smirk on her face. Yeah, so they get a great job with this, and this would be good practice if you want to learn how to draw like expressions and stuff and different types of movements with characters. This is a good practice. Here's a model sheet of Buttercup, and this Buttercup turn around. Buttercup facing different positions and stuff. You see Buttercup from the back, then you see her from the front, then you see her from the side. Now, all the powerpuff girls have the same body shape and the same faces and stuff, but that's fine because they're all sisters in the world. Wow. While they do look alike, they do have like different ways to tell them apart due to color and the hairstyles too, which is an interesting touch when it comes to making the characters different. So when drawing Buttercup, you notice that they always use the serious look, and this tells us a lot about what the character is like. Like I said about the last drawing, and Buttercup is like a tough. She's a tough character. So she always gonna have that serious look on her face. Sometimes she can be smiling, but most of the time Buttercup is just like she ain't playing games. She's always ready for some type of fight, you know. The eyes have like, even though they're round, they can get like a bit halfway smaller. They're round but halfway smaller when they have that serious look. Not halfway smaller, but halfway closed just a little bit. Well, not even closed, but halfway shrunken down due to them looking serious. So, and I noticed that Buttercup from a different angle. The back of Buttercup just looks like or her hair looks like kind of like a boat a little bit, like, or a hat. It kind of looks like a hat. That's what I think, though. But like my similarities. It was a little joke. From the side, Buttercup's at a part of her hair looks smaller. That's due to her being inside of a different distance. Like if you draw a character from a different side and you see like one ear, that's a different direction they're drawing in. And if you draw them in the front, you'll see most like the front view. And sometimes the front view of characters don't always look like how they look on the side. The line art is good. Sharp, clean line. This is a clean drawing, so it's made for a reference for artists to use on the series. So this is something good. This is something good. This is some good art that people can go back and look at. And if you're like a person who draws too, this is good practice to draw characters in different types of directions. We're gonna be talking about Bubbles, the sweet one, the sweet sister. That's who we're gonna be talking about. And we're gonna be looking at Bubbles model sheets as well. So let's get into that. Since Bubbles is the sweet and nicest one out of all the Powerpuff Girls, like Blossom is nice too, but Bubbles is the very sweet one. We see how Bubbles is drawn here. She is very happy. In the middle, Bubbles looks like she's laughing, and then the one on the left looks like, well, it just looks like Bubbles is smiling. And then the one from the back. Now, I noticed that Bubbles' back view is a circle, like her head is a circle, just like her other sisters. And then on the side, you have the ponytails. The ponytails is in a certain type of shape as well, too. Yeah. So there is a lot of shapes at work when it comes to the Powerpuff Girls characters designs. A lot of shapes. And different type lines too. They teach you different type of lines, like zigzag, vertical, all that stuff. There's a lot of different line techniques at work as well. But just by this drawing along, you can tell that Buttercup is a very friendly gal. So let's go look at more Bubbles model sheets. Here you have Bubbles in various different expressions and poses and stuff, which shows off the different types of like feelings the characters show. Bubbles is very expressive too. But I've noticed this Bubbles is just always kind of frightened easily too. Like, since she's very sweet and kind too, she does have her disadvantages because like easily scared and stuff. And Bubbles, like, sometimes she cries too. Most of them cry too, but Bubbles, they don't like it when Bubbles is upset. So when Bubbles is sad, you feel bad. And here in these drawings, you can tell that Bubbles is a bright character, very expressive as well. And the sketches are pretty clean too. They're pretty clean. They like, some of the drawings are light, like line work. The line work is light. So yeah, various different types of expressive artwork going on with Bubbles on this model sheet. Now we're gonna look at various Powerpuff Girl model sheets and stuff, and we're gonna be looking at how the Powerpuff Girls should be drawn and the different types of structures and stuff of the Powerpuff Girls. You know, how their body parts are drawn and stuff. Parts of their bodies is drawn, excuse me. So let's go look at that. Alright, so here's a drawing of the way the Powerpuff Girls' heads are drawn, and it says do's and don'ts. Oh, yeah, the head shape and the eyes and stuff. they show the head shapes to the left. So various different head shapes. It says watch head shapes. Oh, so you gotta watch out the way you draw the head. Oh, so the hair parts between the eyes, as you can see, that looks like Blossom's head. So her hair parts between her eyes. And they're showing you various different ways to draw Blossom and Bubble's head. Then they show you various different types of eyes as well. Never knew that their eyes part, their hair part between the eyes. I never knew that. So, this is some art of the way heads are drawn, powerpuffgirls heads are drawn, and part of the hair on their face. Now, here's more head, like face and head drawings of the powerpuffgirls, mainly Bubbles and Blossom. I guess Buttercup too. Do's and don'ts again. Oh, so the eyebrows meets under part in hair. Oh, very, very interesting. Various eye expressions. Yep, because that's what make the powerpuffgirls like. That makes the powerpuffgirls like. When they're expressive, it makes the characters come to life. Yeah. It says hair. Oh, hairline can disappear. Or it says hairline can disappear on a shot. So you see Bubbles' head is facing upwards, so the hair is disappearing. It says use highlights in eyes to show directions eyes are looking. Yeah, that's very, very good tips to know. What if you didn't use the highlights in the eyes? Then there would be a problem trying to show where the eyes are going. That would be like very, very confusing. You just draw like a circle and then it looks weird. So make sure you get the highlights in the eyes whenever you're drawing the powerpuffgirls to show where eye direction they're going. Well, you guys already know that though. Most fan artists and the people who worked on powerpuffgirls, they know that. These are interesting tips. The body shapes of the powerpuffgirls. Do's and don'ts. So it says keep body and legs short and cute. And don't make belt too thin and fat. Low or high. Really? It does look confusing when it's thin. And when it's fat, it just covers up half of the whole dress. And then when it's low, it just looks weird. Then the belt looks too thin when it's high. Oh, so the body is a basic triangle. See, when stylizing, when cartoons are stylized, they go off on shapes. Like they use various different types of shapes. It says he's built to define volume and direction. Yeah, you can tell that their body is in action just by how the body is drawn. You can tell it's in action by the directions that they are drawn. There is no inside to the dress. It isn't. There is none. It's just over their legs completely. There's nothing on it. Like, it's nothing. There's no inside. They're right about that. Powerpuff is rarely drawn with an inside on their dress. And that is a good thing. Do's and don'ts. Are these the hands? Apparently they are. You can see a cup being held by one of the Powerpuff hands. You see the book is being held. Yeah. Oh, like a butter knife. Hand ends and straight and slight front. Oh, okay. Says the girl's hands are they're solid, not flat. Well, you can tell. Now then, it says arms can rotate. Oh, it says not so far that they look like ears. Yeah, because that kind of looks like a bunny without a face if the arms go that far up. But the one on the left shows the arm up, and then the other arm at the bottom. So these are some very good tips that people were to follow working on the Powerpuff Girls and drawing the characters. Very, very, very helpful and useful. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna leave it at for right now. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this video, but that has been well, the way the Powerpuff Girls are drawn and the model sheets and stuff, breaking down the techniques. And as you can see, even though these characters look very simple to draw, they are made of a bunch of shapes, and they got several different steps that you should follow while drawing these characters and stuff. The thing where, like, the pieces of hair and stuff, learned something interesting about that. And then the arms are not supposed to go that far and stuff, and then the way the freaking belt is supposed to be drawn on them and stuff, and the, I guess, the feet. Now we was looking at the bodies, the faces, and the arms, right? Well, part 2 we're gonna be looking at more Powerpuff Girls model sheets, but this was only like a little bit, not the whole thing, but a little bit. But I'm gonna cover some more model sheets from the Powerpuff Girls, but not today. It's gonna be a part 2. But this video has been another the basics of, but this is, I'm gonna call this video the arts of the Powerpuff Girls. But if you enjoyed this video, you're free to like and make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to leave comments, because I always, I'll like your comments. I was thinking about pinning some comments, but if your comment is interesting and helpful and just encouraging enough, I will pin your comment. I'll see you guys in the next video.